Ladies and gentlebugs, pupa of all stages, the Insect Inside Theater Company proudly welcomes you to their newest season, Metamorphosis. For the comfort and safety of those around you, please refrain from chirping, buzzing, stinging, and pollinating during the performance. We ask that any crying maggots or talkative larvae be removed to the lobby. And for the safety of the actors on stage, flowers and plants in the audience are prohibited from using flash photosynthesis. And now, the performance you've been waiting for. Please put your wings and forelegs together as the Insect Inside Theater Company proudly presents the Festival of Metamorphosis.
We are the bugs.
We bugs stand before you.
We ask that you listen and learn. We implore you.
Among the bugs, this story is at the top of our list.
It's about life change seen.
It's about life change missed.
As we've told before to our cousins and brothers.
And today, as we celebrate
all the mothers.
On the 17th day of the month of the quirk, deep in the leaves of the forest of girth, were two caterpillars who were both hard at work.
To a mother of quirk, as everyone knows, it's cocoon building time for all caterpillars.
For 17 days, they work hard and work fast, each trying to make a cocoon that will last.
There's still work to do.
There's much to be done.
After all, cocooning is not always much fun. And the one on the right, she said,
"This work is so hard. Am I out of my head?"
Now, there's nothing improper when taking a rest. It's the smart thing to do when you're giving your best.
But the woman who thinks building cocoons is an ending might miss the life change that God is intending.
But the one on the right gave up for the day.
I'm so unfulfilled.
That was all she could say.
As the sun set on the forest of girth, the one on the left side was still hard at work. On the midst of the morn of the very next day, the air was quite crisp.
The sky was quite gray.
But the one on the right, full of negative dread, on the day that faced her, she had said,
"What a rottenest day, so rainy and gray. If I were a butterfly, I'd fly away. Someday I'll be one, I'll change head and feet. Inside this cocoon I need to complete. The work is so hard, and the day is so gray. What I have to do is just too much trouble today. Rotten days like this are spent better instead, hidden with covers pulled over my head."
On this rainy, rain day, on the 4th of girth, on the 18th day of the month of the quirk, found one caterpillar discouraged.
And one still at work.
The very next day was sunny and bright when one looked at the caterpillar on the right.
but the one on the left was nowhere in sight.
Had she quit this hard work too? Is it true? This work that seems not worth the trouble I do? Well, if she can give up, then I can quit too.
So her unfinished cocoon just hung there undone. Her life-changing work, not complete, had just begun.
There, the one on the left. Where had she been? Well, I'm sure that you've guessed it.
She's hidden within, inside her cocoon. That's her location.
She was there, going through butterfly vivification.
So you have to stay on task, stay steadfast and true. Though discouraged at times and unfulfilled too.
Because she knew of the plan her creator was up to.
There, the one on the right, the very next morn, woke up to the sound of a cocoon being torn.
And lifting her eyes, she saw quite a sight.
She saw her old neighbor with wings taking flight.
This just isn't right. It's completely unfair. Well, I'm still me. She flies in the air. I've been cheated, defeated. In my cocoon, I stopped spinning. There was a plot against me to keep me from winning.
The miracle butterfly fluttered away, for her new life had begun on that day.
But the second caterpillar, the one on the right, stayed angry and bitter long into the night.
Her work had seemed futile, seemed to lack style, but to work through a problem is really worthwhile.
Now, there's nothing improper in taking a rest. It's the smart thing to do when you're giving your best.
But the woman who feels confused in an ending
Might miss the life change that God is intending.
She must remember her work and just know
That
God loves to make butterflies out of caterpillars.
So no matter how tired you feel,
or unsure,
though no one says thank you,
Stay with it.
Endure.
this tale has a point.
and this point is just this.
Don't miss your own
Metamorphosis!
you here today.
To make sure no one will walk away from the real life change that God has in store.
For your children,
For you.
For your family.
And more.
For transformation celebration.
For your analysis.
Mothers, don't miss out on your
Metamorphosis!